We have an answer on how frequently we should be posting on Instagram. Recently, head of Instagram Adam Mosseri came out to say it is important to be posting as frequently as possible on the platform because the more we post, the more likelihood we have of starting those conversations, building up our community, and getting seen for the content that we are creating and putting out there. We want to elevate what we're doing, but he also pointed out we shouldn't be doing that at the risk of having low quality content. So quantity, very important, but so is your quality of that content. So for the last couple of years, I've been teaching you how to create more and better content without sacrificing quality or quantity. The more you can put out there, the more discussions you have. Think of it this way. If you are creating a piece of content and it gets 10 views, we're doing easy math here, that is 10 people you've reached. But if you post 5 of those, now that's 50 people you've reached. So the more that you can put out, the more you're going to grow in conjunction with how much you're putting out. So making sure that you are actively creating content and getting out as much as possible while still being quality is very, very important. And for some people, that means 1 video a week. For some people, that means 5 videos a week. For some people, that means 5 to 10 videos per day. If you can get quality conversation, so you need to be leading the discussion, building your community, and entertaining people. And if you can do those in your videos, you're going to do better for it. Your growth will be directly proportional to how much content you are putting out there. So if you are putting out 5 videos per day, that is so much more of an audience that you can reach than somebody who is only posting once per week. You have to make sure that you understand that you do not have to have the perfect piece of content to put it out there, but you have to have something that's going to get people's attention. So what can you do? How can we focus in on this? Well, we're looking for discussions, right? So either something that's going to start a discussion in the comment section, something that is going to build up your community and draw people in, or something that is going to entertain people, something that will stop the scroll and get them to watch and engage and take note of something. We want to see people sending it to their friends and saving these things for later on. So the type of content you create is directly proportional to how good you're going to do on this platform. And you will see, no matter what you do across the board, some things that you spend all of your time and effort on will flop. And then if you post that same thing 2 weeks later, maybe it won't flop. Maybe it'll do really well. So the more content that you can put out, the more likely you are to see the hits as opposed to the fails. Sometimes things just don't hit at the right time with the right audience and it doesn't do well no matter how much time and effort you put into it. So the more that you can put out, the more likely you are to draw people in. And it's okay when you have those flops. So we've been talking about this for years here on my platforms when I talk about how it is so important for you to be putting out as much content as possible. And this is, again, quality content, not just whatever content. The more that you can do that, the more you're going to attract people in. And so if you put 10 videos and you have 2 flops in there, that is going to be a lot, right? That's a 20%, but that's 2 out of your 10 videos, not so great. But if you post 100 videos and still 20%, that's 20 videos that don't do so great, but 80 videos that do really well, that's a much higher likelihood of drawing people in on those 80%. And then those 20 videos that don't really matter doesn't actually matter. So when it comes to Instagram, you should be putting your best foot forward and your best effort into this. How much content can you get out there that is quality? And quality doesn't have to be super high production levels. It doesn't have to be lighting and backgrounds and fancy things and all of the technology. It doesn't have to be that, but it does have to be something engaging. So you can actually have a mix of super high quality when it comes to production level, and then a mix of super high quality conversation. So you can sit down in your car or at your desk and you can film something as long as you have some kind of connection to your audience, especially with the discussions where you can relate to people. That's going to do really well for you. So you can have some highly produced content and some low produced content, but still has that really good conversation piece so that you can get people interacting and engaging. And when you mix all those together, the more you put out, the better you're going to do on the platform. And we've seen this again and again and again with myself, because I've tried this and tested this out for you, and with my students. When you are putting out more content, you're going to grow a lot faster. And when you dip down on that content and you're not putting out as much, 1 a day, a couple a week, you're going to do worse than if you were to have a higher volume of content. And it doesn't mean you won't get there. It just means you're going to get there a lot slower than people who are creating more content and can get there faster. And it's entirely up to you. And the more you work on it, the faster and the better you get at this. So if you're brand new, do not expect to be posting a ton of videos every single day. Once you've actually developed your skills and your routine and your strategy, and you know what your audience is looking for, it is so much easier to create daily or multi-daily content so that you can grow even faster on the platform. So straight from Instagram, the more content you put out, the faster and stronger you're going to grow, but it must be quality. And that's why we have this entire channel to teach you how to save time and effort creating your social content so that you can be more profitable, but have way more time to yourself because you're creating high level work, but it's a lot easier for you to do. Drop your questions. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.